Presented by Listen Headlines, latest world news from trusted sources. Updating daily at 6 a.m. New York.
Washington Post World.
April 30th. 5:24 America New York, 11 dead, 4 hospitalized in gas leak in northern India. Media reports in India say 11 people have died and 4 are hospitalized after a gas leak in northern Punjab state.
New York Times World News.
April 30th. 5 o'clock America New York, they refused to fight for Russia. The law did not treat them kindly. Since Moscow's invasion of Ukraine, hundreds of Russian men have faced criminal charges for becoming war refuseniks. That has not stopped others from going to unusual lengths to avoid battle. A mural of a Russian general and a cadet in Moscow.
Wall Street Journal World News.
April 30th. 5 o'clock America New York, Arts Calendar, happenings for the week of April 30th. The Guardians of the Galaxy are back. Bridgerton gets a spin-off. An exhibition celebrates fashion icon Karl Lagerfeld and more.
New York Times World News. April 30th. 5 o'clock America New York, Paraguay picks a new president. What you need to know. The South American nation is deciding between a candidate from the entrenched Conservative Party and 2 opposition candidates, an anti-corruption crusader and a far-right firebrand. Officials transporting voting machines in Asunción, the capital of Paraguay, ahead of the election.
Mirror World News.
April 30th. 4:38 America New York, the tiny town with hundreds of UFO sightings which has become the home of aliens. Japan has a little UFO village in the Date district of Fukushima, a region which has risen from the ashes of a devastating tsunami and nuclear meltdown 12 years ago.
Mirror World News.
April 30th. 4:35 America New York, Russian troops too thick to realize they would get sick from tainted Chernobyl forest. On April 26, 1986, the world's worst ever nuclear disaster was unleashed after Chernobyl's reactor number 4 exploded, dispersing deadly radioactive material into the atmosphere and surrounding area.
BBC News World.
April 30th. 3:52 America New York, Sudan crisis. Airstrikes and fighting in Khartoum as truce collapses. The army says it is attacking the capital from all directions to flush out its paramilitary rivals. Washington Post World.
April 30th. 3:39 America New York, Pope on the banks of the Danube in final mass in Hungary. Tens of thousands of Hungarians have filled Budapest's main square for Pope Francis's final mass in Hungary.
World News. Breaking international news and headlines, Sky News.
April 30th. 2:23 America New York, it's terrible. Inside the new UK operations base in Sudan, civilians wait for their chance of escape. The Coral Hotel, an architectural replica of the British colonial governor's house across the road in Port Sudan, is the new office for British Consular Support. British Consular Support Centre at the Coral Hotel.
Mirror World News. April 30th. 2:16 America New York, man overjoyed after finding £47,000 stuffed into walls of new home. But there's a catch. Tonio Pinheiro was renovating his retirement home when he discovered some Nesquik cans hidden behind the walls, and they contained a small fortune that helped him pay for a new roof.
Fox World News. April 30th. 2 o'clock America New York, police using AI could lead to predictive crime prevention, slippery slope, experts argue. AI programs combine computer vision with human review to ensure that any false positives that escape initial review do not reach the level of issuing fines and court appearances.
RT World News.
April 29th. 23:51 America New York, India needs space-based weapons, top generals. The space arms race is already ongoing, according to the chiefs of the Air Force and the Defense Staff.
BBC News World.
April 29th. 23:39 America New York, Biden jokes about his age at White House Correspondents' Dinner. The U.S. President enjoyed some banter at the annual White House Correspondents' Dinner.
Wall Street Journal World News.
April 29th. 23:19 America New York, Biden calls for release of jailed journalist Evan Gershkovich, other detainees. The president addressed the importance of a free press at the annual White House Correspondents' Association dinner.
Wall Street Journal World News.
April 29th. 22:10 America New York, Elon Musk expects SpaceX to spend around $2 billion on Starship this year. The company plans to add more ground infrastructure at its launch site in southern Texas and likely won't need to seek new funding, Mr. Musk said.
https://globalnews.ca/feed/.
April 29, 2204 America, New York. West Island Cancer Wellness Center holds second annual Challenge of the Brave. The event is based on the popular reality adventure show The Amazing Race, but with a few twists. Photo 1. RT World News.
April 29, 2105 America, New York. UK shows signs of goodwill to China, but it's not the one calling the shots in this relationship. The British Foreign Secretary says antagonizing Beijing goes against London's national interests, but Washington has other ideas. Fox World News.
April 29, 2055 America, New York. U.S. condemns China's harassment of Philippines in South Pacific. Following aggressive maneuvers by China in the South China Sea, the U.S. said it stands with the Philippines in upholding a rules-based maritime order. The Washington Times Stories. Advocacy.
April 29, 2049 America, New York. Known for laughs, DC dinner to spotlight reporting risks. There will still be plenty of laughs, but the White House Correspondents Association annual dinner on Saturday will also take on the serious and solemn role of journalism in a democracy.
BBC News World.
April 29, 1952 America, New York. Eurovision 2023. Contest inspires Ukraine's LGBT troops. When Ukraine takes part in Eurovision on the 13th of May, its frontline LGBT troops will be taking inspiration.
RT World News.
April 29, 1942 America, New York. U.S. helps some citizens flee Sudan. Washington has launched its first coordinated effort to transport Americans out of the strife-torn country.
https://globalnews.ca/feed/.
April 29, 1847 America, New York. 1 dead, 2 injured in afternoon shooting in northeast Calgary. Homicide detectives are investigating the scene along the 100 block of Martindale Boulevard. In Calgary. Image JPEG_21.